Hey there, welcome back, Maurice here, and today I want to talk about Icarus. No, not that Icarus, that's for another time, for another video, but this Icarus I want to talk about, and why? Because I think it is not highlighted and mentioned enough how awesome the game is. I will make you a small little quick look video where I have spent 81 hours, so approximately I have an idea what I'm talking about. So let's jump, and first off I need to explain a little bit different how it is in this game. Usually in every game when you have a character, that's your main character, basically you choose usually your main character, then you log in the game and then where everything happens. Here, this currently where I am kinda in space, that's why I'm in space suit, this is where you actually are. And when you land on a mission, on a land and build and craft and all that happening, this is for one mission. After the mission is done, you gather experience, tech and all the knowledge and bring back up to space. So this is not just a character screen. It is currently I have a mission in progress, so I can show you what's going on. So long story short, I will give you right away. So far the game impressed me quite well. No, it's not fully optimized, and if you have older computers you might have quite a penalty for that. Graphically you have to lower the settings, all that. Yes, there has been an update every single day, but so far it has not been a game breaking as such bugs, so it's still more enjoyable than other games. No, this is not an excuse for publishers or game developers to release unfinished game, but with that price and what the game offers, this is positive feedback from my side, clear as day, clear as these beautiful mountains and everything. Let's start. I will try to be as quick as possible explaining, but first, not bad, but one after another things. One is I am really impressed because they have best tree physics in the gaming. That's it, period. Remember how I was super excited about New World falling trees, and that was fun for the time being? Now I feel absolutely stupid about that. Absolutely. Because this is next. This is 3 levels ahead of that. What I have here, if you haven't seen, I have cut down few trees, and I want to show you the physics, how they fall one on another, and the physics is fully simulated. So this is somehow a little bit excuse for game being quite demanding from the games, from your rig, because you see this tree, it is not in New World, it falls down and after a few seconds it disappears and you have your wood. Like when you let me demonstrate what happens when you cut down the tree. It falls like this, then you need to branch it, right? And then if you chop down here, holy moly. And this is not only about the rocks. You see here it falls one on another with branches in between. If I chop them down, there are sometimes some glitches, but it's so freaking close to reality. I have my share luck of being, when I was younger, in the forest, actually falling down the trees and branching them and then cutting them down. This is how they actually, and when you have a tree over a tree falling like this is actually really bad. That's why you fall one by one, this single-handedly, but you can't. It's really hard and tough to actually navigate them in the real world as well. So if you haven't been in a forest and did such work, it is like this. It's not like, oh, I can jump over. And in this game as well, it's quite tedious to jump, and it's impossible to navigate. So when you debranch them, it's just, so far just trees. This physics, this is absolutely insanely awesome. Just out of the bat, it's best I've seen in game. If I have any game that has better tree physics and graphics, please let me now know in comment section, because I'm really curious, because this is me bluntly stating this is the best tree physics. If you have better, I'm really interested, like really. And just for your entertainment, let me cut down one more tree. You'll see. Why? Because I can show you. So far I have a few sticks collected. So what you have to do is debranch it. Then when you have a tree like this, you have to cut like in length. It's still too big. You can't pick up. This is too big. So you see what I'm trying to do. This is how actually you cut trees in the forest, like for reals, of course, with better tools. And afterwards there's one more chop. Then there are small pieces that you can pick up and finally have your wood. So this far, some texture glitches, but it's just amazing how and what this game performs. But let's not waste too much time on woods alone. Of course, the rest of the survival aspect, gathering branches, picking up rocks, then you have tools. When you have tools, you can get better. It's simple as that. It's rest of the part is quite familiar if you are familiar with survival games. So next part is when my brother mentioned, like, everyone shows how the game is beautiful, but doesn't fully reflect why I'm lagging a little bit behind my stupid computer. Okay, next part is the texture. Remember I mentioned when you are actually in space and then going down on the land, this is where the magic happens. When you finish the mission, you jump back in your space module and go back up. So everything you gather, items, buildings, crafting, workbenches, firearms, whatever, all that is possible, is left on this land. And left, it's gone. It will not be there when you'll come back. This is important, and one of the differences, this is going back to station. So this is what you need to be mindful. When you land your task, for example, I have mission complete, I have surveyed the forest, you can go full-blown with leveling up, getting experience, unlocking tech, getting all that, but to complete the mission you probably will not need all that. These talent trees, this tech tree and talent trees, they remain. This is the progression you carry on, not the possessions you have, okay? This is important so you don't put yourself in so much trouble to gather all the items afterwards when they are gone for the next mission, for the next, so on. So this is crucial difference between what you might expect and what it happens. But that aside, quickly let me run through my 158 points in tech tree. I haven't spent a single one. These 4 are given at the beginning, so I haven't put a single point in any tree. So I don't know how to make campfire, how to make torch, how to make any of this. And you see there's a lot of things like bandages, clothing, leg armor, or all the set, how to get oxygen, then building stuff, all the stuffs. Then tech 3, we have tier 2, 3 and 4. There is a lot, and every time it progresses, it basically depends on previous. For example, here you can build an anvil, which allows you to get iron tools, which are way efficient, way durable than stone items or bone items. But the catch is you need iron ingot, and that ingot is made in stone furnace, so you need that as well. Stone furnace needs iron ore and wood to actually, so a lot of things depend on previous things. So you can't just, I can't just go there for, I can unlock, but this fabricator, you see the items I need. So it's kind of logical. You can't jump ahead and land on the ground pick up a stick and make a computer. Okay, that doesn't work like that. So there's a huge, awesome progression. Where, let's move on. Huge tree you saw, will not go one by one, but next part, which is carried on in every mission, is your talents. You have currently in the game, gives you 48 talents. Few days ago, your maximum level was 40. Now, for 2 patches ago, they upgraded so you can go up to 99. But the talent points are not given beyond 40 yet. The game is still progressing and balancing, and they change on the fly. That's one of the reasons people are writing mean reviews, which kind of partially fair. But the talent tree, if for example I put that I will yield more trees, whenever I go back up in space, come down, all these will be carried on. So that means when you level up, you unlock new items that you can, for example, when you land, if you unlock stone knife, you see these items can be picked up from the land, you can already make a stone. First time you land, you didn't know the stone knife. Now you do. Bow, for example, or I don't know, already making cloth armor right away. So next time you land, if you have unlocked, you have advantage already. If you have put a point, let's say, in movement speed, you have advantage. So there is no way this landing on a mission, because that's kind of you start over, will be the same the previous one. At the end game, I expect that once you unlock, let's say, tier 4 portable beacon, you still have to go build a furnace, get an iron, then make a steel, then make a cement and all that. So that part will be repetitive, kind of. But the talents, the upgrades, the biomes, this all makes it so not randomized, but different and cool and refreshing. For example, I will mention, let me see, whenever I open a map, I start freezing, but yeah, anyways, the map, I need to mention, is huge. I zoomed out like a lot. Like you see, this is the river, not the river, but this water. Oh, hey there, punching in the kisser. Anyways, be nice to animals, okay? Currently, I am in forest. I know for a fact there is a snow area right here. Then at the top side there is a desert. Then there's riverlands is here. So the map is huge and there are different biomes. Different biomes means different tactics, different temperature, different animals, different threats, different challenges. For example, in desert you can imagine there's a lot of heat. The water runs... Oh, come on, you came back for more. There is... you need kind of water, the temperature is too high. It's so vastly different. In the snow, for example, the snow... not land, but when there's a field, there's no trees, for example. Trees are challenged to get, or you're freezing all the time. One of the things the game have it, you see, I receive buff and debuff, cold and I'm wet. So you see cold resistance is minus. It's actually a debuff, it should be also red. And I am cold. Stamina regen, food consumption, water consumption. Water consumption is better. So everything you do will have an impact. For example, I eat berries that gives food and water. I now have a buff that I have extra stamina. So, for example, the falling tree, if it falls on your head, you can get concussion, broken bones, and it all impacts your movement speed, your stamina, your health, your so much things. Buffs and debuffs all the time. That's how the game handles it. And it's not only something you do when you try to get poison, because in the water there are fishes that bite you, mean little blue fishes. Anyways, yes, there's swimming, there's so much in this game. No, the blue ones. Where are the blue ones? Anyways, what I'm trying to explain, there are so many aspects of the game. For example, the same when storm comes. Oh yeah, I got the poison. When storm comes, you are slowing in storm. Usually in storm you get wet or there's windy, you can get hit by lightning, you can caught on fire. All these have effects how you and what you do. For example, now you see movement speed is reduced, and I'm also a little bit losing a few health per second. Should be. Yeah, I am. So the temperature, you see it at the side I have, and here at the top of the corner there's a temperature. Where you build a house or you get close to water or in the water or close to fire, it all changes. The aspects, the bonuses, everything. It's so awesome. Oh yeah, okay. For example, wolves leave nasty bleeding scars. Kinda, you need to have a bandage to remove that. Then if you are not removing some long-lasting effect, for example, if you are in quite in long time, you have this cold effect. I'm just saying, I could stand here, I don't know for how long, but then another freezing kicks in. With this buff, another debuff kicks in. It's I know, I'm explaining, but it's, so here I need a knife to actually get anything out of it. So far, nothing. I can just carry it to someone or somewhere where I can skin it if I have skinning bench, which I can kind of unlock in tier 1. Skinning, somewhere was bedrolls, or yeah, sorry, clicking like a maniac. Here was skinning, yes, which requires me to get crafting bench, which requires, you see, it's awesome, it's just awesome. So now you see at the corner we have a warning, we have storm incoming. Currently not, but when the time kicks, it's awesome. It's so far, it's the food, the different food types and everything that you manage to get, you need to get. I like it a lot. This construction combat. Yeah, about the trees, there is one tree that is separate solo. If you don't play with anyone else, just alone, that's the only way how these, what it's called, bonuses, talents work. If you pair up with anyone, these are automatically disabled. They are quite powerful compared to other type of the trees, and it's meant like that. So whenever you're playing alone, it has already disadvantage because there's no one to help, no one to assist. For example, you can fight bears when you have a buddy that helps you. Obviously, it helps. So these solo talents are meant like compensation for the fact that you are alone. So don't be confused about why they are so powerful. 1 point gives 5% movement speed. Second point gives 10, so in total 10. If you look, for example, in survival, here I have to spend 3 points to achieve the same. So that's the, you see the difference already. But be mindful when it's working well. Here I'm showing you shelter. I am out exposed in a storm and it builds up. You see I have already debuff my movement speed. But if I stay, and this is a minor storm, there are way worse storms with way worse effects, which fills the meter faster if if I'm not in a shelter. Then, oh, you see, it already upgraded movement speed and experience gain, and it goes beyond that. So everything affects everything, which is absolutely great. So if you're wondering, I just touch for a moment a point. This is one of the reasons I'm making this video. I am level 50 character, leveled up without any single point put anywhere. Like, I mean anywhere. Not in a tech tree, not a single talent point is taken. And there's one more advancement that I will show you actually right away. No time to waste here. Stormy, I don't like that. Another advancement way, and you see, I have storm debuff and I have cold debuff. I'm literally running so slow. My stamina bar is so small. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So whenever you finish a mission, you come back to your same drop pod. That don't forget. Whenever you do whatever you do, you need to come back, and this is how you return to your station. So why I'm doing this is to show you the last part and to tie together what I mentioned at the beginning, that you are not actually... Yeah, these are all my achievements so far. Yeah, I've done quite a lot. Elephant killer, just 5. They started it, okay? But you are actually in the space. This is basically mission done. You are here. And why it is kind of important, because once you select your character, you will see all the talents. If you have leveled up, you have them all here. Then tech tree, as I mentioned, if you have unlocked for the next missions, you have them right away when you land. And the last part is, before you land, once you do those missions, you receive money for them. In the corner you see I haven't spent a single dime as well. As I said, literally you're looking at character 0. It's a starting point. If you make your new character, it will have exact same as I have here. And the money that you get from the missions, you land, you finish the mission, you go back up in space. This is where the workshop kicks in. The last absolutely kind of cool stuff is you get the items and you make a loadout. When you land, you have your loadout. For example, you have this Enviro suit that currently has 1 oxygen slot. This is given at the beginning. I can unlock research cost and then craft it, well, purchase actually, where I have oxygen slot and 1 module slot. You see, that allows me to unlock maybe better Enviro suit and then basically land on something. This is actually not, I'm going for this one. This will be physical resistance, 2 module slots, oxygen, water slot, and perceived threat well stealthed. Basically, you see how big of advantage having this will have me landing on the land. On top of that, I have already will have unlocked tech tree, so I know, for example, how already make bandage right away without, I don't know, bleeding to death from wound, or make an armor that goes on top of this armor. And on top of that, I have talent trees. If I have put in speed, in I don't know, water consumption, something. So whenever you progress and land, you are starting from scratch. You don't have any items, only these that you bring from space. But every time you have a different kind of beginning. And when you land on different biomes, it's also different. I like it. I like it a lot. Simple as that. Right? I'm explaining it. And for example, I give you an idea what I'm going for. For this exosuit, most likely, you see, I can land with already 1 of the axes. So I don't need to pick up few branches, fibers, and stones to make axe. I will land, and this axe is already like next level. It's not really iron level. Iron, I think, is better. Let me check the pickaxe. Yeah, it's a little bit already with better mining radius, with higher yield. So I start with a little bit advantage. So this is, I don't know. Tell me what you want, but I think it's cool. Or you have, yeah, some other boosts or bonuses, or fitting the modules, for example, the same module that gives movement speed. I can get movement speed from talent points, and I have modules. I will have exosuit that allows 2 modules. I can put 2 of them. They both stack together. So yeah, that's awesome. This is awesome, guys. The game is amazing. And if you're wondering, how on earth I have level 50 character without any single point put anywhere. Like, what the hell, dude? I know, and I needed to make a video for you, so it is possible. I'm stretching, so I literally have landed on a land level 50 with stone axe and stone pickaxe, nothing else. With a catch a little bit. And still progress through without any bonuses from talent trees, without any bonuses from workshops, without any bonuses from tech tree kind of asterisks here. So how I did that? You see there's a new prospect, which kind of means new mission. You host it and you have it, or you can join. So the thing is, if you have a friend or brother that plays, you can join the game. So I don't know how to make, let's say, axe or not axe, but knife or a sickle or one of these items. But if someone else knows how to do it, they can drop on the ground and they're like, thank you, master. And basically I am the gatherer. I gather items. I can't build, I can't nothing, but I know how it's all done and I know what resources needs. So I'm gathering, bringing back to base, and then other teammates basically build up and share items with me. So that's the co-play, okay? And I found it, I need to test out if I can go without all those bonuses and still perform good enough. And my answer is yes. Yes, the game is not pushing you to have something. Of course, there will be missions where you need to craft workbench or I don't know, kitchen. Then you need to either someone to know this recipe to come and help you to build this kitchen bench, or unlock the tech tree. So it is obviously, it's not meant to play like I'm playing, but I'm showing you. What I'm showing you here is the progression. If you're joining someone else's game, the host progresses through all this mission tree. As you can see, I just landed on the first mission and just unlocked the next mission. But in reality, I have played all of these. We are approximately here in the middle of the game. We have completed a few missions here. So the tech tree is not with me, okay? So I need to unlock them again. All these missions I have done. That's where I gained the level. That's where I gained the tech points and the talents and all that. So overall, the game has, yes, it has awesome tech tree, talent tree, workshop progression, 3 different progressions. And then at the end, when you land on the ground, it's for your decision. For this mission, you need to scan 3 locations. Do you build a house, the base? Do you progress as far as to have firearms? Do you want to have iron tools, or you will try to do that with stone items? That's always for the question. How long you want to spend or advanced build up gathered items to do this mission. And this mission is quite easy. When you have to kill some alpha animal, that's harder. That's where you would probably want to advance higher. But so far, this is why it's first impression. Well, 81 hour first, but I want to give you more information when I know what I'm talking about. Not like, oh, I went in game 2 hours, so my that's not impression. That's like your thoughts about something. You don't have a clue what you're talking about. So I don't want to do that. Full review will come later on, but definitely there will be a lot of tips and tricks, because so far I had to manage to survive and thrive without any boost from talent, tech, or whatever. So I know I've seen quite a lot of advices. I'm like, no, you actually don't do that. That's not effective. So anyways, these videos will be coming. This is the first look of Icarus. The game is not highlighted enough. It's not played enough. It's not talked about enough. And one of the reasons, let me put this awesome image. One of the reasons why it's because of some bad reviews. And I would advise to check for yourself the gameplay. I'm not pushing you to buy it, but check fully the game, the talents, the advancement, the progression, not just someone who hasn't mastered or struggling with picking up an items from the ground. And I've just seen one review that mentioned in Steam, bad review, that the resource gathering is tedious. I'm like, I have literally all the disadvantages I'm having with character 0 level, and I'm having shit ton of fun out of it and still gathering and all that, and with all your bonuses, all your possibilities that have all the items, and you still think you have... Yeah, I think we are on different levels. Just maybe this game is not all your cup of tea, but don't trust and check for yourself the good reviews, the bad reviews, and I encourage you to check this game, and I will be making more content for it. So we'll meet in those other videos. If you have any question down in the comment section, feel free. I will always answer them as far as I can. All right, cheers guys.